Welcome back. The success of social networks like Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter is often explained by their egalitarian principles. Anybody can join, and then they can hook up with people and communities online. However, here's a story about a site in Russia that's taking the opposite approach. It's called Snob, and it won't take just anyone. No, Snob forces prospective members to undergo a rigorous selection process before they can gain entry. The Listening Post's Simon Ostrovsky now on the online phenomenon invented by a billionaire and the rich and famous Russians who are vying to sign up.
You might expect the richest man in Russia to be a bit snobbish. But Mikhail Prokhorov, recently pronounced the country's wealthiest oligarch, has taken the concept to another level. Last year, the man better known for making billions in metallurgy and for run-ins with French police over alleged liaisons with call girls in a ski resort created a website for the very select few called snob.ru. It's a kind of Facebook for Moscow's beau monde. But unlike Facebook, members can't just create a profile and start sharing with friends. Mikhail Prokhorov's hand-picked editorial team choose you to be a member. That is, if you live up to the website's high standards. I'm a regular journalist. I wanted to find out just what it takes to become a member. I managed to slip into the Snob office, and I asked the director if I would qualify.
In order for a regular journalist to get an invitation to become a member of the club from us, he can't just be regular. Members are progressive, successful people who are self-made, educated and cultured. And as a result of all this, they're also wealthy.
As the nation's most eligible bachelor, Snob owner Prokhorov is one of the most talked about people in the Russian media. Prokhorov claims he doesn't know how much money he has.
Есть хорошая американская пословица. Если вы знаете, сколько у вас денег, вы не миллиардер.
But Russia's finance magazine estimates he's worth $14 billion. He's also probably the only Russian industrialist who regularly updates a blog. Prokhorov came out on top of the Russian rich list after he managed to sell most of his assets, just before the financial markets in Russia plummeted last year. One of the assets Prokhorov kept was the Jazeera publishing house, which has a number of entertainment publications, including Snob magazine and the Snob website. But none of his media are the serious political publications you'd expect a proper media mogul to own. So why Snob?
I still think of Snob as a toy. It's a good toy. It's a beautiful toy. I think the design of the paper magazine is gorgeous, very, very interesting. But it is not quite clear what the purpose of this publication is. It certainly is not to have a political impact.
I still wasn't clear what the whole Snob thing was about. Was it a club for the very rich, or just the very cool? I decided to meet a couple of members to see what they thought of my chances to get in. Anton Nosik is known as the godfather of the Russian internet because he's created so many news websites.
When I first heard about the idea of Snob, I hated it. Russia has done a great job building a rift between the poor guys and the rich guys. And there is absolutely no point in stressing the rift now. When I saw the thing implemented, I saw it was not boasting about your wealth. It is a good club with extremely decent participants who are not there because of their wealth, but rather because they're interesting people. The club is built with good taste.
Interesting people, good taste, sounds like the club for me. But every new member needs 2 people to vouch for them to get in.
Most people, I suppose, are too proud to come and beg for an invitation. I'm not proud. So I'm asking you.
Yeah, sure. You can cite me as reference.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
1 down, 1 to go. Next on my short list of members was Masha Tsegal. She's a hip fashion designer, but Masha's better known for being a regular at all the best Moscow club nights and parties.
Are you a snob?
Probably. Yeah, I think I am. Let's be realists, let's face it. They invited me to the grand opening, and it was actually very, very good and cool selection of Moscow people who are very talented in the things which they are doing. And for me, I'm very proud to be there. It's a great honor, actually.
Masha's social life sounded great. All I needed was her reference, and I was in.
I really want to be a snob too. And they told me that I need to find 2 people who would recommend me in order for me to become a snob.
Oh, really?
Do you think I'm good enough? Could you help me?
I don't think you're snob enough, darling.
You won't recommend me?
Oh, we'll recommend you.
Thank God, I was so worried there.
No. You're very nice. I will recommend you.
Okay, thanks very much. I appreciate it.
So mission accomplished? It's been a few weeks since Masha and Anton said they'd recommend me, but I haven't received any kind of invitation. It must be lost in the mail. I'm sure it's on the way.
More Global Village Voices now on the new elites of Russian social networking.
People in modern society, and especially like new modern societies like Russia, are kind of wanting to put their lives online so that their peers can judge them on what they can see, like in terms of sort of how much fun they're having, what a party lifestyle they're having, and especially in terms of their wealth, I guess, and the material goods that they can advertise that they have online.
They've almost had to create a sort of social order out of nothing because pretty much everything they knew was destroyed with the fall of communism. And I think it probably signals that in Russia, the sort of social values that have emerged are very different from maybe our own in the Western world.
Finally, here at the Listening Post, we're partial to flash mobs. Flash mobs are those gangs of people organized over the web or through text messaging who take over a public place and inflict their brand of performance art on unsuspecting passers-by. This mob in a train station in Antwerp, Belgium, was organized by the producers of a reality TV show. Now, there's something about 200 dancers moving to a song from The Sound of Music and turning a train station into an impromptu stage that touches people. Maybe that's why our web video of the week has attracted well over 2 million hits. We'll see you next time at the Listening Post.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So